on the mat!
Welcome back to another episode of GamingBolt, guys. Today we're talking about Horizon Zero Dawn Machine Report, the Corruptor, the Claw, and the Stalker. Horizon Forbidden West is right around the corner, and clearly, there's plenty of reason to be excited about Guerrilla's upcoming open-world action RPG. One of those things, of course, is the machines that will populate the open world and that players will get to take on in thrilling combat encounters. And what better way to prepare for it than looking back at some of the mechanical monstrosities we cross paths with in Horizon Zero Dawn. In a previous feature, we examined 3 of the first game machines in some detail, and here we'll be doing that once more as we take the lens to the Corruptor, the Fireclaw, and the Stalker. The Corruptor. The Corruptor is one of a few man-made, pre-apocalyptic machines we see in Horizon Zero Dawn. While most of the machines in the game are animal-like in their design and visual style, those were made by either the AI Gaia or its sub-function Hephaestus. The Corruptor, like the Deathbringer, was made instead by Faro Automated Solutions, or FAS, and was one among many Faro machines that were taken over by what became known as the Faro Plague, and contributed to the destruction of the planet's entire biosphere. When the AI Gaia was eventually able to break through the Faro machine security systems after several centuries and began the process of reseeding the planet, restoring the planet, and then repopulating it with life, the deactivated Faro machines were buried. And they remained buried there for a long, long time. It wasn't until Gaia's sub-function Hades went rogue following Gaia's self-destruction that the cult known as Eclipse began excavating and digging up the old Faro machines, including several Corruptors. Like the Faro machines, the Corruptors had a few special capabilities, which included not only being able to consume biomass as fuel, but also being able to hack into enemy machines, override their functions, and bring them under their own control. Using this ability of the Corruptors, the Eclipse was able to amass a large force of machines, which they then used for their purposes against other tribes. In combat, the Corruptor is a formidable machine. It moves fast and in erratic fashion, and though it is weak to fire element attacks, it can hit pretty hard itself as well, from using its own fire attack to swiping and slashing at you with its scorpion tail, to shooting corrupted spikes at you, to even digging up rocks and tossing them in your direction. Of course, the fact that Corruptors can force other nearby machines to fight alongside them also makes them quite a threat. By the time Horizon Zero Dawn comes to an end, though Hades has been dealt with and the Eclipse Corruptors have been put down again, there are still thousands, if not millions, of deactivated Corruptors buried all across the planet. That said, Guerrilla has not yet officially confirmed if Corruptors will be returning to Horizon Forbidden West, so it remains to be seen if we'll get the chance to fight one of these in the sequel.
It's down!
Let's talk about Fireclaw. Fireclaws are easily amongst the most dangerous, fearsome, and formidable machines in the entire game. Only something like a Thunderjaw could come close to matching this machine's abilities, and even that would be a pretty tight competition. Found only in the cut in Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds, Fireclaws are generally spotted alone and are very, very rare, which is fair because if there were several of those running around the world, it'd be pretty hard to get around. Fireclaws do have a lot in common with Frostclaws, from their bear-like appearance to the way they move to many of their attacks to even how they stand on their hind legs to gain the edge at certain moments during fights. Fireclaws are, however, far deadlier. Not only do they have thicker armor, they can also take far more damage before going down, and they're noticeably larger in size as well, which automatically makes them a more threatening presence. Designed by Hephaestus and armed to the teeth with the purpose of hunting down humans. In combat, one of the Fireclaw's most useful abilities is switching between stances. where it either stands on all four legs and straights and stands on both hind legs. As a quadruped, the Fireclaw is much quicker and can dodge attacks and close distances quickly. While in a bipedal stance, it can swipe at you from a distance with deadly attacks with long range. Though Fireclaws are weak to freeze attacks, they've got plenty up their sleeve to make them a deadly threat. From a massive stone shield that rips up from the earth to a plethora of fire-based attacks in addition to an already impressive arsenal of melee ones. To call this one of the Horizon Dawn's most impressive machines would be a bit of an understatement. Stalker. Speaking of impressive machines, the Stalker is probably right there with the best of the best that Horizon Zero Dawn has to offer. It might not have the massive size and intimidating design of a Thunderjaw, and it might not be overflowing with ridiculous weaponry and elemental attacks the way something like a Fireclaw is. But Stalkers are easily some of the most unique enemies in the entire game, threatening in their own way. While most hostile machines in Horizon Zero Dawn are all about attacking you head-on and coming at you with everything they've got, Stalkers specialize in stealth. Using a cloaking device, they can render themselves almost entirely invisible, with a faint glimmer around their silhouette being the only thing that can help you figure out where they are. The fact that they tend to hide themselves in areas where they can easily blend into their environments, such as incredibly dense forests, making spotting them even trickier. Stalkers are, of course, experts in laying ambushes and springing traps on unsuspecting prey, which is why they can often also be found in packs. In combat, meanwhile, they use their stealth cloak with great efficiency as they try to hunt you down with surprise attacks. Of course, a Stalker can't spew out ice or fire attacks or anything, but though its arsenal only has melee attacks, it's got a lot of them, the vast majority of which also hit pretty hard. In addition, it can also fire a dart gun from a distance and use a mine launcher to drop proximity mines as it attempts to trap you. Guerrilla has confirmed that Stalkers will be returning in Horizon Forbidden West, and we can't wait to go head-to-head with these deadly machines once again. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by GamingBolt. We'll see you next time.
And that brings us to the end of this video. A quick request before we conclude, we upload new videos every single day, and if you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. Also, don't forget to enable all your notifications by clicking the bell icon so that you can receive daily video updates. Thanks for watching.